So Hybe is now saying that Cookie was indeed inappropriate for children to perform after all. That's really hilarious, Hybe, because wasn't it you who gaslighted the public into believing that there was nothing bad about it? Yeah, you're not getting any sympathy points for being 2 years goddamn late.
Well, I say, not today, Satan.
Out of all the K-pop news I heard on Reddit during the past week and a half, this pissed me off the most. This company spent so long defending the damn song that they were willing to call people idiots for saying otherwise. No, they don't deserve any credit for apologizing now that the error of their ways has reached worldwide news. Need I say more? This opinion is directed at two parties, and yes, this is regarding the K-pop breakout concert I went to in Orlando. 1. For the staff, if you're running behind the schedule that you emailed your customers 2 days before the show, could you at least have the decency to at least let them sit in their air-conditioned cars or get something to eat instead of waiting in the field temperature of 106 degrees, letting one of your guests suffer a heat stroke in the meanwhile? You know it was bad when one of your groups ends up being extremely horrified to find out that their fans weren't able to get something to eat because you promised your fans to start checking in at 2 p.m. when you didn't start checking them in until 5 p.m. 2. For the fans, but this mainly applies to that one person from that night. Don't fucking go up to the stage for someone to take a video on your phone when they are literally in the middle of a performance. You know exactly who you are, and I just want to let you know that everyone from that night hates you. Die With a Smile was the 2010s duet song we didn't know we needed. If you asked me 10 years ago how I felt about a Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars collaboration, I would say that it would be whack because Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars would have had nothing to do with each other. Now that we're in 2024, it turns out that the song with the least suspecting singer duo made one of the best songs from this year, and anyone who says otherwise has no idea about these two separate careers. Since the early 2010s, we had Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars prove that they are more than how they were at debut. Lady Gaga made the OST of A Star Is Born and Bruno Mars tackled every previous iconic decade. So yeah, with how versatile they are in music, having a folk song sounding duet made the most sense. This is the 2024 in The Shallow. This is the 2024 Could I Have This Kiss Forever. This is the 2020 for Endless Love. This is the 2024 I Need You. This is the 2024 Somewhere Out There. I was wondering when the next iconic duet was going to come up, and Bruno and Gaga most certainly delivered. I mean, listen to this.
You were saying?
I hope I'm not the only one who is still weirded out by the fact that NHIPN had a running gag about Sunu's weight, and it just vanished into thin air without explanation. Out of all the things that NGenes defended their boys on, they had to defend them on borderline bullying a member for being fat even though Sunu had barely an ounce of fat on his body? Like, was I in a Twilight Zone episode for like a good month or two until everyone went silent on it? The boys weren't even punished for it. The incident just went away. Perhaps I should be happy that it didn't go on for like a year or something. But as a woman who has struggled with her own weight, this incident made me stop supporting NHIPN forever. Well, that was after me throwing all their music out of my Spotify playlist after being gaslit for not liking Future Perfect past the mic. But the incident stamped my opinion of the boys forever. I know it's been said by others before, but if the others were so willing to make fun of Sunu's weight on camera, how would they feel about other people who weigh more than average in the privacy of their own homes? Even if it was a joke, I didn't see why any of that was funny. Taemin and Ki pointing out how Tan Minho was going to be after his golfing vacation was supposed to be a joke, but Shawols, including myself, lashed against it so hard that Taemin and Ki apologized on both the Shani main Instagram account and their own solo accounts to assure the fans that it would never happen again. How come the Enhypen incident was brushed under the rug instead? Maybe this is just a thing that I'll never understand, and perhaps my life is better being away from Enhypen for so long. Still, I think about this sometimes and it just completely rubs me the wrong way. How Sunu felt about it, we'll never know because he's never brought it up. I don't want to assume things because I can't read Sunu's mind, but I only hope that either he's in a better place or some apology was said behind the scenes. So if you have read up on the Kingdoms Unveil tour and their tier packages, the P1 tier in the information tab says that you'll get the group photo, high touch, sound check, free t-shirt, signed poster, a photo card, and early entry into the venue. This was kinda what I got when I went to go see Ace last month, minus some of the free merch. So I understand why this was, especially since the Kingdoms tour is not as extensive as some other pop acts who've come to the States. However, a recent Instagram post, which is what you see here, revealed that P1 ticket holders are going to raffle for extra benefits, and according to the disclaimer notes, only 70 people of each concert are going to win extra benefits of the P1 tickets. The extra benefits are a one-on-one meet and greet and a Polaroid photo with one of the idols. Here's the catch to this. As there are 7 members of the kingdom, only 10 out of the 70 are picked at random to meet only one of the idols.
What?
Okay, I honestly get it. If you're going to raffle off these extra benefits, you want each of your idols to have a fair meet and greet so that one of the idols or multiple don't feel as left out. That is fine. On the other hand though, when I found out about this extra package, I did feel tempted to buy an Atlanta show ticket and train tickets for the off chance that I was finally going to meet one of my alt groups and eventually meet Dan, who is my alt bias from the group. But here's the thing. 1. It's already expensive enough that I would have to go all the way to Georgia, spend money on a hotel because God only knows I'm not driving 6 hours all the way back to Florida after driving 6 hours up to the venue in the first place. 2. The P1 tier tickets are already over $200, including the service and tax fees. That means I would be paying that amount of money for tickets and paying extra money to come to Georgia, gambling on the fact that I may either meet my bias or meet no one at all by myself. I'm very sorry that I'm missing Kingdom yet again, but I'm not coming to Georgia with those risky odds. By the way, I love how when the K-pop breakout tour dates dropped and Georgia fans were complaining that the tour wasn't stopping there. Be quiet. You guys got everything else. Let Florida have their moment to shine. Chappell Roan is proof that all of you are spoiled when it comes to getting attention from your favorite artists. I never thought I would see the day where people tried to cancel a musician for saying that she doesn't want creepy fan behavior, especially because she doesn't want her family and friends, who have absolutely nothing to do with her fame, to get involved. You would think that this is the utmost reasonable request. However, this is causing her so-called fans to turn their backs on her and claim that she's selfish and spoiled because they gave her the right to be famous, so she should be catering to their every whim while she's out in public. Your favorite artists don't owe you shit. This is like the people who pay thousands of dollars for a Disney vacation, so they think they're allowed to cut lines and enter restricted areas because they think they are privileged enough to do so.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
And by complaining that Chappell wants privacy and personal space, you are proving her point. Correct. So if you're the kind of people who thinks everything should be handed out to you because you give your money to a random stranger that you think their music is good, you automatically need to be put in client service jobs to be put in your place because some of you haven't got a damn clue. Cha Eun-woo is the prime example of someone who gets hate solely for the fact that he is pretty, and people throw in untruths to exemplify that point. So K-pop stans get all antsy when groups like Blackpink, IVE, LE SSERAFIM, etc. get hate because of some speck of talent the idols might have, but when Cha Eun-woo, member of Astro and K-drama actor, gets tossed into the conversation, it's open season to bully the man until he cries. What international crime did this man commit to deserve such visceral slime thrown against him? We all discuss how bullying idols is wrong when it comes to Wonying, Jenny, Sakura, and whoever else. But Cha Eun-woo is allowed to get the short end of the stick. He's often hated on for his dramas, which I do admit some of them are downright cringe, but that's more so the production, not the man himself. Also for his vocals, whether it's in Astro or his solo work. The last time I checked, while I agree that Eun-woo is not top tier in vocals, no one asked him to be the next Taemin, Taeyang, or something like that. If anything, Eun-woo falls in the above average tier. I mean, have you seen him perform live before?
누군가가 그리워질 때 나를 떠올리면 돼.
It's those things that basically build up to the hate in which K-pop fans say Eun-woo was hired into the entertainment industry for his looks, because why else would he be able to work in the first place? Maybe because Eun-woo actually has talent on top of his appearance. Either way, now you see why I think hate trains are pointless. If you're going to hate someone just because they exist in the moment before moving on to hate someone else for whatever the hell is going on from Twitter, you need to look at yourself in the mirror and ask why that's the case. I promise that the answer will be staring right back at you. And then, as tradition seems to follow here, the last opinion will be about something not music related. But this really grinded my gears when I saw it on Facebook. Please, don't actually tell me that we are demonizing sons having love for their fathers regardless of whether they have a learning disability or not. Please tell me this is not what we as an American society are doing. And that's it for today's video. If you guys liked what you saw and heard, the like and subscribe buttons are down below for your clicking pleasure. If you guys have any topics you think I should cover, please don't hesitate to comment down below. I'm Cait Cher, and it's been real. Ciao.